Alright, so I'm gonna teach you guys how to go to the moon in Space Flight Simulator. So we're gonna resume. I already have the rocket set up. So what we need to do is we need to turn on the rockets, and we don't want to use the middle one since that's going to be our main thrust. So let's start. So we have a little ways to go with our ship. So as you can see, we are going a little bit up into the atmosphere of Earth. So yeah. So we still have a lot to go, and what my plan is, once we hit half fuel on, once it gets to the middle of E and the U, I'm gonna shut off these two right here. Okay, now I'm gonna shut these off. So it is going to decrease up here, but it would eventually slow down, and we got enough speed. If we do have little speed, I will turn on back our thrusters so we can pick up speed again. But eventually our speed, if you look at the velocity, it's slowly slowing down, and eventually you get slowed down that it's actually going to rise instead, and that's going to save us a whole bunch of fuel, because fuel is really important. This method is also used during a space shuttle mission. The repair to Hubble Space Telescope, they use this tactic with they use two thrusters, which I'm surprised even lift the entire thing, but it did. And they kind of use this tactic to get them up into space, making fuel a lot more easier to use, and yeah, saves fuel. But fuel is literally the most important thing in this game. If you had unlimited, you can pretty much just go anywhere. So we are out of fuel, and let's detach these right here. We're going to turn on back these again, and this is why it's important, because we need to save fuel, and fuel is very important. So we're gonna get into up in the atmosphere with this, with these two done. We're gonna get up into space, and we're starting to pick up speed again, a lot of speed. Those are just gonna fall and crash, so we don't have to destroy them. They're just gonna fall and crash into the earth, and they're just gonna destroy themselves. But yeah, we're almost up into the outer. We're in the outer atmosphere, kind of. We're in the middle end of the atmosphere. So we are getting close to the edge of the atmosphere. So once we reach, once our line goes out of this zone, we will start to turn it off. We're gonna speed up time. Well, we can't. Now we can speed up time. So let's just reach space. Okay, now we're in space. Let's turn it back on. I did that because it's easier to get into space and use our fuel. So these are about to turn off. Disconnect these. Now what we want to do is we want to get into low Earth orbit. So we're going to tap kind of down here and make it perfect. I think we still need to get a little bit more height since we don't have very much to spare. So we're going to get some height. Alright, so now I think we're in an acceptable amount of height. We are 30, 39, 40, 34 kilometers up, so we're going to start going sideways. The reason why we go sideways during missions is because the Earth's curve is allowing us to go past Earth's curve, and we will not hit the ground. And that's how all the satellites move. And yeah. So, once we get to an acceptable amount, we will start heading to the moon. The moon is kind of easy once we get into low Earth orbit. All we gotta do is make a good launch, and it's kind of easy, actually, to get to the moon. It's just getting up out of the atmosphere is the main problem, is getting into low Earth orbit. I mean, you don't have to, but it's gonna require a lot more fuel to just get to the moon. So we have to go in low Earth orbit because it's gonna get less fuel. I mean, yeah, it's gonna get some to take us to get to in low Earth orbit, but this is why we need to save this thruster right here so we can use it to get in low Earth orbit. But yeah, I'm really interested in astronomy and physics, and yeah, I really like that stuff because it's science and I love science. I don't know why I like science, but I do. Alright, so once our line goes out, and here we go, and we are now right now in low Earth orbit. So now we're gonna turn off the thruster, and then now we're gonna circle back around once. And we'll need a little bit more because what we're gonna need. Crap! I have to redo that. What we need to do is we need to get right here, and then turn on our thrusters. Right here. So this would propel us to the moon. Now the orbit is getting longer, which is what we want. I'm going to see if I can do this to stretch out faster. So what we want to do, we want to get this line right here to go to this line. Okay, now we're make it go slower. Okay, now we got to turn around a little bit because I accidentally overdid it. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. I did not know that my thing was on. Crap, we're not having enough fuel. Good enough. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is just tap the moon. Okay, so now we set as our target. Now we're going to wait. Now it's just a waiting game. We got to wait until that line gets to the moon. Oh, we have to redo that now. Once we get in the moon's influence, it's going to kind of throw us off orbit, so that's kind of bad also. So you got to be really good with your orbits. Oh, okay, here we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to use as much fuel. I'm surprised if we can actually... Holy crap. I can't believe we just did that. We just freaking got in a low Earth orbit. We have no fuel left. Well, we still have some, but... Holy crap. Now we gotta slow down when we get into it. Oh, that's way too fast. Oh, I accidentally did it way too fast. Holy crap, our velocity is way too fast. Come on. Crap. Okay, so I'm just gonna load the moon. So you eventually get into this. This is a bad one, but so let's just say I get to the moon. It's really easy. You just gotta kind of go slower on the orbit, and then once you get kind of close, like I slowed down a little bit, and then Just want to turn on at the last second, kind of. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, ooh. And right there we got kind of. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I gotta turn around. Oh, there we go. There we go. So now we're coming in for a landing. Let's turn our thrusters too fast. I'm just getting really nervous. I always get nervous during landings. But yeah, you land and then, yeah, that's about it. Next, I'm going to teach you how to get to, I landed. I'm going to teach you how to get to Venus. Alright, so, bye. See you on the next